Hello everyone, and welcome back to CM50, the video edition. In this video, we'll be expanding on Unit 21 of CM50, which covers comparatives. So what are comparatives? Well, they serve the function of comparing the qualities or characteristics of two or more things. And this is mentioned on page 36, Unit 21.1 of CM50. Now, the first comparative we'll look at is yíyàng. Now, in the dictionary, you will see this as yíyàng, but actually it should be pronounced yíyàng. And this is according to the tone Sandy rules as mentioned on page 7, Unit 3.3. So the first structure we'll look at to use yíyàng is quite simple. Nouns plus yíyàng. Let's have a look at an example. These three cups are the same. 这三个杯子一样. So remember the structure. Nouns plus 一样. Nouns, 这三个杯子一样. These three cups are the same. So it must be plural nouns, and in this sentence, the plural is brought out by 这三个, these three. 这三个杯子, these three cups. And note that in the English we have the to be verb are, but in the Chinese we do not use the to be verb. So it would be like saying these three cups, 这三个杯子, the same, 一样. So structure 1, very simple, nouns plus 一样. We can also say nouns 都一样, and 都 means all. So in this structure, nouns 都一样, we're saying the nouns are all the same. So let's revisit that first sentence. These three cups are the same. 这三个杯子一样. These three cups are all the same. 这三个杯子都一样. So let's follow that structure again. Nouns 这三个杯子, 都 which means all, and 一样. Now in this sentence, 这三个, these three, tells us that the nouns are plural. But what if we were to remove 这三个 and just have 杯子? Now what is it that tells us that 杯子 is plural? It is the adverb 都. Now as we learned in Unit 6, there is no declension for Chinese nouns. In other words, they do not change form depending on the context. So unlike in English where we have cup for singular and cups for plural, in Chinese there is only 杯子. So it could be cup or cups. However, with the adverb 都 all, we know that 杯子 is definitely plural. And so that meets the structure nouns plural 都一样. Structure 3 with 一样 is noun 1 跟 noun 2 一样. Now one of the meanings of 跟 or functions is as. So this is like saying noun 1 as noun 2 the same. Have a look at this sentence. This cup is the same as that cup. 这个杯子跟那个杯子一样. So this follows the structure. Noun 1, 这个杯子, 跟 which means as, noun 2, 那个杯子一样. So it's like saying this cup as that cup the same. Here's another example. Like Peter, we are all imperfect. 我们跟彼得一样都不完美. So this still follows the structure. Noun 1, 我们, 跟 noun 2, 彼得, 一样. And then we've made a comment on that, all imperfect, 都不完美. So we as Peter the same, all imperfect. 都不完美. So that's structure 3. Another similar structure is 跟 noun 2 一样, noun 1. So how does this work? Well, let's just go back to the previous structure. Noun 1 跟 noun 2一样. Noun 1我们跟 noun 2比的一样. Structure 4 flips the order. 跟比的一样，我们都不完美. So 跟 noun 2比的一样，我们 noun 1都不完美. So it's a different way of saying the same thing. So this structure is 跟 noun 2一样 noun 1. So that's the comparative 一样. The next one is 像, which means alike. And again, there are several ways that we can use this. First one, structure 2. Noun 1 和 noun 2, adverb 像. So 和 means and. So this structure is like saying noun 1 and noun 2, then the adverb, then 像, which means alike. And here it is in an example sentence. The mother and daughter look alike. 妈妈和女儿很像. So noun 1, 妈妈和 and noun 2, 女儿 adverb 很像. Now there's another way to say this, and that is structure 2. Noun 1, adverb 像 noun 2. So noun 1, 女儿 adverb 很像 noun 2, 她的妈妈 The daughter looks like her mother. 女儿很像她的妈妈. So that's the comparative 像. It can also be used along with nàyàng to mean in the same way as. And this can have two uses. So the first one, noun 1, 像, noun 2, nàyàng, verb. So this means that noun 1 does something in the same way as noun 2. So here's an example. Like a loving shepherd, God protects us. 上帝像仁爱的牧人那样保护我们. Noun 1, 上帝 像 Noun 2, 仁爱的牧人那样 that way 保护 verb 我们. So in the same way as a loving shepherd, God protects us. So when it's noun 1, 像 noun 2, 那样 verb, this means that noun 1 does something in the same way as noun 2. However, structure 4 is noun 1, 像 noun 2, 那样 adjective. This means that noun 1 has a similar quality or shares a similar characteristic to noun 2. She's as free as the wind. 她像风那样自由. Noun 1, 她 she, 像 noun 2, 风那样 adjective, 自由, which means free. She's as free as the wind. She shares the same quality as the wind. 她像风那样自由. So that's the comparative alike. Lastly, the comparative 比, which means than. Structure 1 using this, noun 1, 比, noun 2, adjective. Here's an example. He is taller than his older brother. 他比他的哥哥高. So this is like saying he compared to his older brother tall. 他比他的哥哥高. He is taller than his older brother. So this is structure 1. Noun 1, 比, noun 2, adjective. Similar to this is noun 1, 比, noun, 更, adjective. Now 更 means even more So we go back to this scenario. He's even taller than his older brother. 他比他的哥哥更高. Now, what's the difference between 他比他的哥哥更高 and 他比他的哥哥高? Well, this sentence, 他比他的哥哥高, is simply a statement of fact. These brothers might not be what we consider tall for men, but the younger brother is taller than his older brother. So that's just a simple statement of fact. However, 他比他的哥哥更高, he is even taller than his older brother. This implies that both brothers are tall, or what we consider tall for men, and the younger brother is even taller than his older brother. Let's have a look at another example. This lesson is harder than the last one. 这一课比上一课难. Was the last lesson difficult? We don't know. This is just a statement of fact. Both lessons could be easy, and it's just that this lesson is harder than the last one. However, if we say this lesson is even harder than the last one, 这一课比上一课更难, then the implication is that both lessons, the last one and this one, are hard, and this lesson is even harder than the last one. So, two structures of how we can use the comparative be. So this has been an overview of some of the comparatives in Chinese. As always, more to come in the following units. See you next time.